Hello, and welcome to another program of Painting with Tali, your art collection. Now today we're going to do the face of one of the Michel Angelo faces at the 15th chapel. I mean, this is probably like the third program I do on this, because now that I have everything well synchronized as far as technology is concerned, well, the last really nice one that I did of this one was in Spanish, so now we're going to do it in English, okay? So we're going to get started right away. Okay. So, one important thing to remember in your drawing, divide. Divide the center of your canvas. Center. Perfect center. Okay. In perfect center, I have my example drawing here. And I know that in perfect center, nostril area, nose area appears. Okay, one little circle for the dot perfection of the tip of that nose. This is an angelic face. And a little bit of that under thing under the, you know, that little dimple thing you have under your nose and lips, okay. Round circle on that beautiful mouth. If you really want to study anatomy, just study all the drawings of the Michel Angelo 16th Chapel. And then round little circle for the chin. Okay. As I divided my canvas in 4, I'm also dividing my picture here in 4, okay? And so I can actually see what geometrical area we have on the chin, almost getting halfway up to the cheeks. And now, okay, now we are going, now let's divide here. Let's divide there again. Center here, let's find the center of these 2 points, okay, of this square, okay. Now we're going to do it on here too. So we can be guided and know that the hairband is around here. There we go with the face, okay. There's a way of geometry to find the genius of painting. In other words, if you're going to use a plastic surgeon, like if you're going to go to a plastic surgeon, okay, if he can do the Mona Lisa, well, then you get operated by that one. The one that can't do the Mona Lisa, he doesn't touch you. Okay, the same thing comes when somebody's doing makeup. I don't know why I act this silly. I'm really not that way. I think the fans like it. Now let me be serious, actually. When you're doing makeup, because I do makeup on the side, and then, you know, I have to deal with corporate telling me, no, you're not a big star. You're just like everybody else. Sorry, excuse me. I can do the Mona Lisa, so who else here can do it? Nobody else can? Okay, that makes me the best one, so shut up. I hate that. Listen, if you're, as I'm saying, okay, I can't argue too much. I mean, I got to make a painting here in a half hour, you know? Okay, I'm not going to argue, but you guys can call in the voicemail and you'll see where I'm doing makeup in your neighborhood somewhere. I'm usually some you know, major cosmetic line. I'm usually with them until, you know, until they piss me off and I leave them. I suffer from Norma Desmond-titis. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Yeah, you know, if you're going to go to a plastic surgeon, the plastic surgeon that actually is the painter, the plastic surgeon that actually is the Leonardo da Vinci, excuse me, that can do a painting like Leonardo, all right, then he's the one that's going to be messing around with your face. And the same thing goes for hair color, and the same thing goes when somebody's going to be doing your makeup. Okay, then? Fine. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing here. I've just been bitching too much.
Hold on. It's time for that deep voice again. I know I've been really bitching a lot, and I really don't act that way. Yeah, we're about 22 seconds. I got my timer up there. You know, I should have had some more wine. Booze makes me burly. Okay. Okay, what am I doing? Can I actually do this? You know, I didn't practice this at home. I was just too lazy. I went out to the grocery store to get some grocery, and then I made some stuffed cannellonis, or, you know, big pasta shells that I stuffed them with spinach and stuff. So difficult to be, you know, Donald Trump and at the same time Martha Stewart. Oh, God. Okay, wait a minute. Why is this horrible? The gods are not with me. Oh, okay. I mean, this got to look like some pretty girl here. Hold on a second. Let me get her eyes. Okay, we're going to do a line there with her eyes. I know. Here are the pupils there. No, first the big orbs, 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 the orbs, the orbs. Oh, for your 7 lucky callers, you know, you get a print. Just call in. Oh, and I'm also giving the free acrylic painting classes are at the library, Metropolitan Library, for you folks who live here in Columbus. For you folks who are out there in other parts of the country. You know, I don't, you know, haven't arranged any classes. You'll have to watch the show. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm trying to get the mouth design. Okay. Okay. Each one of these, they look like sisters. They never look the same. It's from a model from the Sistine Chapel. But it's a very geometrically balanced face. It's so beautiful. You know, that's what makes people beautiful, the balance of geometry about them. On the face, like, you know, a butterfly looks the same both sides. Well, if it had one wing wrecked up, it wouldn't look that pretty, but it's still a pretty butterfly. Like a lady with a scar. I don't know. It's really sad that in society, women have to, like, you know why women get anorexic? Because they think they're not pretty enough. And, you know, females are told to be merchandise and men to be people who buy merchandise. It's like men are psychologically tortured with the fact, oh, you don't have enough money because she's too pretty for you, because a woman like that would need somebody with a lot of money. But that's not necessarily true. That's how they try to brainwash everybody into this material world. If you marry for love, it's the only thing, the only way. Marry for love. It's the best way. I mean, you know, but, you know, you're not going to be marrying somebody who just doesn't like to work either. Okay, let's just put it this way. Everybody just get their own money, and then we can go party. You know, just go Dutch or whatever. I know. Why don't just everybody live in their own house? Uh-huh. Everybody live at their own house. And that is looking nice. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. I can't believe I'm doing this. Okay, I've done this on I'm doing this on automatic pilot. Yeah, on automatic pilot. I mean, you know, that means I'm just doing it by instinct and practice. Okay, I'm goofing off right now. Since I got this drawing kind of like established, I think that, oh, I got it made. Oh yeah, no. But I have more to do. More to do. Isn't that something? It's a little different from the other one. Just a little different. This face is a little, okay. And her locks and curls come here, as we can see. I never get tired of looking at those beautiful, just beautiful anatomy studies that he did. And he had help, you know, there were a couple of guys helping him out. But he wanted to sculpt. He didn't want to do this stuff. Okay, now with your kneaded rubber eraser, and I won't be using my model there anymore because I know what I want and don't want, okay?
These little things I don't want. Folks out there, this is the most wonderful. Okay. Yes, I got a wonderful helper here. Tells me when I am in the way of the camera, because I don't want that. Through the years, I've been trial and error, correcting and readjusting until the show looks like where I want it to look. That I want, and sometimes I get my head in the camera, and you know, I don't know, these other art shows that I see, they have like 2 billion people in the credits. I only have 2 other people here. You know, it's me, Elaine's right there, and my technical director, Mike Flood. And that's all we need. I mean, it's okay. We do, you know, we put together the lighting and everything, and we got it down to a science. But you see these credits, and it says, I don't know how many billions and billions of people for one guy in front of the camera. I don't know. Maybe they have all those billions of people at the end of the credits so that they can tell their sponsors, oh, yeah, you got to pay us a lot of money. Who knows? It's a greedy world. Okay. Sweetie, am I blocking that much? Gee whiz. Okay. I can't be blocking now. I have to paint like an Egyptian baby. Huh? Maybe if I go further here. Okay. Okay, now I better hurry up. Go for 15 minutes or whatever. It's half the time. We have to now spray it. That's fine. That's all I'm going to do. Okay. So we're going to be spraying it. I'm not going to spray it here in the studio, but you're going to imagine that I'm going psst, because I'm going to take it outside and come right back. Okay, now we just sprayed it with the spray. It's ready to go. Now we're going to put the paint on it, and we need burnt sienna for that skin. All right, now we have to go faster than speeding bullet, sweetie. We got 10 minutes to do it. Oh, 10 minutes. Okay, so here's burnt sienna on that skin. It's very orangey right now. So you want to kind of spread it, spread it, spread it, spread it. Okay, that's how you're doing the skin here, and there's skin up there too. See, now it starts blending in. And of course she has also an arm that's gonna need that. Of course, we need a bigger brush for this arm right now. Let's get a bigger brush. It's more coverage that we need there on the arm. There's an arm here. And now this bigger coverage is wonderful also for the skin. Okay. Oh, now that we have that on there, we need some white for the eye area. Don't have time to screw these on. Okay. Some white for the eye area, white. Okay. Okay. Back to the burnt sienna thing here, because we got some of it off on there. Lips, we need some red for the lips. Okay. I want to get some red for the lips there. Okay, now it's too watery. Okay. My students watch me and they're like, wow, I can't do it that fast. Okay, the lips are pretty shiny right now, pretty bright, so we just kind of tone them down a little bit. Okay. The rest of the skin. Blending it in a little bit. Okay. All right, some purple with some blue. I just need some blue here. So there's a lot of good art shows on the market. Yeah, that's what they always tell me. There's a lot of good art shows on the market already. So we have some purple there with the hat. Okay, so the hat has a little bit of purple on it, and it's going to drip probably. And we need some background, turquoise background. Everything has to be done like in a minute. That's too much water. Always you gotta measure the amount of water. Oh, you know, and then when this program airs from City Hall, it looks like, oh, horrible. You know, the other channels, they have better reception, but Channel 21, for the people getting it in Columbus, it just looks horrible. They seem like to give us the worst equipment. I don't know what the hell it is. Always the other two channels, the other two city channels come out perfect. I never see the atrocities and the horrible transmission that it does. It's us. This year really comes out really nice. They do great lighting in here. And then people of the other channels tell me, you know, the other person's show has better lighting. Well, they give you better transmission from City Hall. Excuse me. Okay. That's the background. Where are we? Where are we going? We only got 4 minutes. Kind of like a blue and kind of like a greenish. Her cape here. This is faster than a speeding bullet, sweetie. Faster than a speeding bullet. It has to be. It's always this way. Okay. It's always this way. Where are we going now? Okay, hold on. What fell? Oh, that's all right. That's a spatula. Hair. Her kind of reddish hair that goes there. Well, when you guys come for the classes at the library, I mean, you'll see, and, you know, I don't have to be hurried like this. I mean, it's because we're on TV, and everything has to be faster than a speeding bullet on TV. Okay. I don't know where my 2 hours went. I usually in 2 hours make 2 shows. I don't know where it went. You know where it goes? It goes in composing the shots. It goes in testing for you know, if it's shining. It goes in so many things like that. It goes in trying to achieve perfection. Okay, we got 3 minutes. Okay, now I want to get like more shadow going on and more shadow going on.
Oh, the gods have to come pretty soon. I need the gods. I need the muse of painting or something. The muse? Okay. Very difficult to do this. You know, in makeup, when I'm doing makeup, you have to have the angle to do it this way and the angle to do the left eye, honey. Oh! It's horrible. Now, I want like a line there. This is her hairband. Okay, now I'm kind of relaxing because I did the most more difficult stuff already. Where are we? Okay. Okay, now I can do these cutesy lights. Okay. We got 2 minutes. Okay. Now I'm on these cutesy lights. You know, I never used to speak when I used to paint. Now I have to. I wish I'd just get one solid heart attack and it's over, you know? Oh! No doctor bills, nothing to pay. You know, it's just like the only thing about it, the only bad thing about it is that, you know, they're going to find the Polaroids. Okay. Okay. 1 minute and 34 something. Now I'm having some fun here. Okay. White. White has to happen somewhere here. Whites are happening now. They got to. And I got a brush messed up with paint here that I can't get pure crispy virgin white. Okay. A little bit for the teeth. A little bit on the. And am I blocking my fat head? Okay. A little bit of light there. Light there. She is snapping away because I am blocking like there's no tomorrow. A little bit of light on her nose and her chin here. And I need some rouge. And I ran out of the red. It's always with your teeth, honey. It just has to be, you know. What's wrong with me? What is wrong with me? I'm overdue for an Oscar. You know, my speech, when I get the Oscar, you know what it would be? 2 words. It's about time. Oh, 20 seconds or something. See, we're getting some rosiness on her cheek. I know I'm blocking, sweetie, but this thing has been put in such a damn angle that I can't paint any other way. Oh yeah, I got to sign. I got to sign. But before I sign, a little bit of cleavage here. This is ready to go. I got to get the hell out of here. TALI 97. And remember, it's always going to be me, the canvas, the camera, and all you wonderful people out there in the suburbs. This is Tali signing off. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. Mills. I'd like to thank the people at UTREC for their donation of professional art colors, manufacturing acrylic paint since 1957. Thank you, Graphic Dimensions, for your generous support of Painting with Tali, your art collection, with quality frames for fine art.
Hi, thanks for joining me today in another program of Painting with Tali, your art collection. Today we're doing a San Francisco street scene in the city, actually, where the old architecture meets with the new. This is the Transamerica building, and it's in a landscape where there's this Victorian one closer to you, and then the building, the Transamerica, is back there. Okay. So actually, this little Victorian one is just like, it's not even half the size. I mean, not even 1/4 of the Transamerica building, actually. But the way the photos, those famous photos that they do, comes out. Okay, we're mixing in some blue here on there. Actually, this blue is more, I know. I want turquoise type of blue. Yeah, turquoise type of blue will do it, because I'm going to do these sunset, these kind of sunset clouds at the end of it. Let's see how that does. Much better. Okay. Now let me see. More blue with a little bit of fuchsia in there. Is that going to get me what I want? Is that going to get me what I want? Searching for the blue. Searching for the blue you want. Okay, I've been searching for these blues, and I got like 2 different ones here. Okay. I wasn't supposed to paint that in there. That blue up there. More of the turquoisey. No. That one. Let's get it up there, baby. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. 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 Now we're going to be putting some turquoise in the picture, because this building is actually made out of, I think it's copper. Copper or bronze. It's the same material that the Statue of Liberty was made out of, I think. Almost like it's like a building made out of the material of the Statue of Liberty. So they did not knock this building down. I mean, isn't that like, I mean, this is like a historical art piece. I mean, this is just like so wonderful. The city of San Francisco is probably one of the few cities that has conserved these beautiful buildings. You know, and it's old, but it's just fascinating to see. I mean, it's like going back in time. Absolutely beautiful to see. So I'm right now here giving you a little bit of the turquoise about that. And actually, I'm doing the whole building in the turquoise, because it dominates as the whole color in there. Okay. Actually, the building has white areas, but I'm not getting into the white. I'm not doing the white areas right now. I just want to be able to cover the turquoise color of it. And I'm working with a really tiny little brush. I need a bigger brush for coverage. Okay, so we got to get a bigger brush for coverage. I think this one will do. All right, bigger brush for coverage. Okay. Bigger brush for coverage. Right here.
And then, of course, the building's going to have all its crevices, but that's not yet. Okay, not yet. Yeah, a greener look to it. The building has a greener look to it. And remember, you know, this is a painting, and this is not a photograph. We are interpreting here what optically we see, okay? So our drawing is our guideline right now. Right there, there's actually some kind of purpleness right here. Actually, that's kind of like the part of the building that's in an angle, but, you know, optically, this is what you see, actually. You don't really see any definition of anything. So optically, that will do just fine with a sharper line. Sharper line. Sharper lines happening about it. Okay. Yeah, sharper lines happening about it. So these like are fire extinguishers here on the side. Not fire extinguisher, fire escape things. Over here we have kind of like a white building, and actually that is going to be a little bit in the purples. We're going to cover this area in the there's a building here. It looks kind of purple, okay? So this is basically a watercolor type of situation. We're doing very much the watercolor style. Though it is acrylic paint, what happens is that the acrylic has a gum, not a gum in it, but it has something that makes it a little more creamy. I forgot what it was. Well, the formula of acrylic allows for the smudging to really be really be your, you know, this is very difficult to do. I mean, a talking show. I mean, this is very difficult to do. Very, very difficult to do. I don't really, I mean, you know, I don't want to blab on and talk on. I don't feel like doing that. You know, I really don't. I just want to shut up and paint. Oh no, but I have to talk. You know, it's difficult to talk. Okay. We're going to be mixing now. All right. Let's do the whites on here. I know I got upset about talking, but it is true. I mean, I'm doing this, I mean, I'm trying to do this under a 26 minutes. And, you know, this is the era of the TV artist at the turn of the century. Who was the leading TV artist at the turn of the century, you know? We come to this world to be an artist. And then the big problem is to be the most famous artist of all, right? So you use all the resources you have. But, you know, I'm not, you know, I can't do one of those phony shows. You know, I mean, I have to be totally spontaneous about it. And then, you know, no, I'm doing these shows because I want to. I already have a big following, a lot of fans, just the way the show is. It doesn't have to be approved by anybody. You know, it just doesn't really have to be approved, you know. Okay, so, because so it can be approved, you have to be the happy, gee, look how nice we're doing here. boys and girls. No, I'm not like that. I am not like that at all. Okay. Need a little more water on that. Okay, architecture is really quite tedious to do, but I'm going to have to see all this white of this architecture, all this white, all this white. That all has to be done. All right? That all has to be done, and that has to be coming, see? I'm just going to be coming in like that. Okay. So, all these whites have to be put in. Back right here, right here. Of course, I've edited so I can get some of, so I can get this stuff in, I've edited this a little bit. I've edited the shell. Or else, we'd be here 200 years putting on these stripes. And, this is like, I hate architecture. I hate doing architecture paintings with architecture in it. Because, you need a ruler. You need a ruler, honey, to make it look right. But this is an impressionist thing, okay? Nobody can do this perfectly straight. Nobody. There's nobody on earth who's going to be able to do this, okay? It's perfectly straight, like a machine. No. So, all right, let's continue with the whites here. All right, this part, too thick. Gotta erase it. Oh no, had some green on it. Now it's better. All right, okay, tiny little line, tiny little line. Yes, about that, baby, yes. Okay, that will do just fine, sweetie. Over here, Then let's do these straight ones here. And do we have another one there? Yes. Another one right here, baby. Yes. Okay, dip some more. Let's dip some more. Another line. 200 years doing lines, 200 years doing lines. Okay, 200 years doing lines. All right. All right, that's what we're doing, the lines. 200 years doing lines. 200 years doing lines here. Okay, 200 years doing these lines. 200 years doing these lines. 200 years doing these lines. 200 years. And I want to go quickly, I only got 26 minutes. $200 years here. Okay. Well, the morning fog may chill the air. And that's what's happening right here, okay? But I don't care. Huh? Is that it? That's how the song goes? I didn't leave my heart in San Francisco. I left my sunglasses. They flew off the ferry. Okay. All right. Now there are some important whites about this building. It has a trim of white here and right here. Okay? Has trims of whites. Has trims of whites. Has trims of white here, 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 here. This is how we do those straight lines with brushes. We have to do them like this. Like each one step by step like that, okay? And you know, we achieve like an impressionistic thing about it. Okay, actually one is here, the other one is there, but I didn't like it too much, so we erase. Okay. Perfect, okay. And then, yeah, there's some white there and coming off there. Some white there, coming off, edge, edge, edge. You know, it's always the brush. It's always like a brush for every single stroke you want to get in. For every language stroke, there's always a brush, and it's like surgery. All right, right here, yeah, right there, yeah, that. These are working fine for those strokes, and there is a definite line here, a definite line there, definite line, definite line, definite line. Okay, yeah, I did press my meter thing. Sometimes I don't even remember, because when I'm doing these shows, it's like you have you just don't have time for it. Not even to think, not even to think, because they're so rapid. All right. Yeah, there's one definite there. One, I think there was. I'm not sure. I don't know which window I'm at. Oh, and then here. There's some here. There's some here, 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 here. I'm just doing language. I'm not even looking to see if it's correct or not. I'm just doing language right now. You know, okay. I know that I need this thing here going there. My head's in the camera. I know that I need this thing going here. I need this one. This is the problem. I cannot move my body to make the right angle, you know, because we're on TV, and I'll get away in the way of the cameras, and you know. You know. Okay. It's always dip again, dip again, dip again. It's always that. It's always that. Always, always that. Always. You know, it's always that. Dip again, dip again, dip again, dip again. It's always that. You know, out of 1, 2, that's it. 1, 2, that's it. 1, 2, that's it. You know, that's how it is. Out of here, oh yeah. Okay. I'm just capturing the expressions of this. There's nothing, I mean, there's just no other way I can do it. It's very, very complicated, and so, you know, so intricate. I mean, that's the thing about Victorian architecture. It's really nice to look at, but for a TV show painting, it's not ideal. It's not ideal to do. I need something that nature has more abstraction about it. And this has precision, mathematics in it. And you can capture that language of mathematics you can capture a language of mathematics in your brush strokes, but you cannot really do precision, okay? So that's what's coming out. And there is like a white line there, there. Okay. All right, we're going to make a shadow on this building. So we're shadowing in, because it has a cast on it. Okay, so it's not spreading as I want it to spread, so that's why we use our sponge. It spreads anywhere we want it to spread when we use our sponge. Okay. And there is, of course, a shadow here. Yeah. All right, that's the shadow I wanted to capture. All right, we're doing black crevices. First of all, there's like some fire escape here, okay?
Yeah, there's some, I don't know, fire escape, I don't know what it is, but it was on the building there, I noticed it. It was quite interesting. So we're doing crevices about the building, crevices. Okay. Actually, we're going to do this about it and smudge with our finger. Okay. We're going to do that about it, that. We're doing actually windows. Okay. Language of windows and lines and lines and lines and lines. Lines. It carries a lot of lines. We got 4 minutes. Carries lines. This drawing, and this has windows that are dark right there. Windows that are dark here. Okay. Carrying lines about that there, actually there. Okay. Carrying more lines. Let's carry more lines of windows, For some reason, this color of window is too deep purple, and I'm not too happy about it. Okay, it's not at the right exact color of purple that I need to make the lines. Okay. And then some of the lines come out poopy, which I don't want, you know. Yeah. Okay. Let me get some, all right. There was dark window here, dark window there. Let's go here. Lines. Follow the language of lines here. Follow the language of lines and windows. You run out of water really, really quickly. Fire escape thingies kind of happening about it. So it's a big mess of fire escape thingies here. I don't know. So that's what I'm putting there. A big mess of I don't know, okay? Because that's how it looks like in the, from this photo example. We got 2 minutes. Okay. We got 2 minutes, fire escape thingies about it. See, I hate architecture. Oh, I just hate it. I knew what I was going to be, I knew what I was going to be faced up to here. You know, I just knew it. Okay. Look, I'm for conserving Victorian architecture. Okay, that's fine. But I'm not really for doing it on TV shows. All right, and now we're going to put some gold about it, because it has like a gold thing on the top of it. Okay. Let me get some yellow here. Okay. So I want to get some gold about it because it does have some gold accents around it on the windows. Okay. And up here, there is something of gold going on up there. Well, actually, it must be like copper or bronze. And some of the windows, like here and here, have a little bit, like these shingles on there that are kind of vintage. Kind of that yellow vintage look to it. All right, I think that's going to be it. Probably some blue and some white just to clear off that accent there and blend it out. Okay. So we got to sign this thing and we got to leave. So we're signing right here. Tali 99. And remember, darlings, let's put a little bird there. After this picture, a new picture, and another picture. You see, this is the world to me. This is Tali saying goodbye. I'd like to thank the people at Utrecht for their donation of professional art colors, manufacturing acrylic paint since 1957. Thank you, Graphic Dimensions, for your generous support of Painting with Tali, your art collection, with quality frames for fine art.